Boy, I can't wait for this ride to start. Yeah, I can't believe it. I am actually on the longest, highest, fastest, most injury-prone coaster in the world. Yeah, the Sissy Maker, boy. Whoa, what a ride. What a ride. Paul and Rudolph are riding the Sissy Maker, the longest, most injury-inducing roller coaster in the world. The ride begins with a long, steep climb before a huge drop-off. And during the slow ascent to the top, they talk about life, roller coasters, and hot dogs, and find a common link between them all. Uppies and Downies, a play by Mike McCafferty. I can't wait! Hey, could you believe that line? 4 hours, wow! It was long. Hey, can you say that again, buddy? It's a good thing they have all them food vendors near the line, so you could keep from starving all that time. Hey, how much were those cheese and chili hot dogs anyway? $6.75 a piece. Holy butt scratching, that's a lot. But I guess when you throw in these commemorative napkins and the free handful of mustard they give you, it almost breaks even. Still, that kind of stuff can add up. Especially when you eat 6 of them. Eat that, man? Oh, Christ! I'm a pig! Oh, well, those dogs and all that beer I chug don't make me sick. And then I might have to heave all over you. I'm just kidding on that one. Don't worry, buddy. If I feel the urge to purge, I'll just lean over the side and let her rip. Whoa, here we go! I hope your insurance is all made out, buddy, because we're on our way. Yes, we are. Hey, I'm gonna barf! I'm gonna barf! Look at him run. I'm just kidding, though. I'm not really gonna barf. That's immature. I'm gonna spit. Uh-oh. I hit that big guy over there. He did it! He did it! Just kidding, buddy. No offense. Yeah, sure. So are you an uppie or a downy? What? Uppie or downy, you know? Hands up or down during the ride. Down, I guess. I knew it. I don't know what it was, if it was my instinct, my keen sense of observation, or that plate in my head, but something told me you're a downy. Yes, well, you're probably an uppie. Whoa! I've always been an uppie. I've been on all the great coasters. The Terror, the Bone Smasher, the Chiropractor's Delight. I've always been an uppie. Well, that's something to be proud of. I think it goes back to the days when my dad and I used to play my favorite game as a kid. Toss you off the roof. I've never played that. How does it go? Well, my dad would take me up to the top of the roof and, toss me off. Didn't that hurt? Oh, no. Well, not until we moved to the 2-story house. I see. Good thing we never moved to that high-rise like Dad always wanted. Yeah, good thing. Well, almost halfway up. I didn't realize this thing went so high. You bet, buddy. So, how many coasters have you been on for? Well, counting this one? Yep. 1. 1? Only, you mean this is your first time on one of these? Boy, you picked a doozy. Well, I needed to go on this. You needed to? Why? Well, all my life I've been afraid of roller coasters. Just terrified of them. I've been to many amusement parks before in my life, but I've never been able to ride the coasters. Isn't that strange? Why, of course not. It's perfectly understandable. Sure. You're just a pansy. Sorry about that. A little coaster humor there for you. Very amusing. Hey, do you mind my asking why you're riding this all of a sudden? Well, I needed to overcome my fear of coasters, of death. Death? Yes. So, I don't get it. Why are you riding this thing? Well, I finally discovered that the reason I was afraid of these rides is because they remind me of death. Yeah, you said that. What is that? Oxygen mask. Want a hit? No, How high are we? Well, you see that island over there? Yeah? England. So how do these rides remind you of death? Well, see, when you reach the top of the coaster, the very top, and you look down, which I hope to do in my lifetime, at that very moment, you are staring into the jaws of death. Will you continue on the track safely, or will something go wrong like you've expected and you plummet into nothingness? You don't know. Nobody knows until they reach the bottom, and by then, of course, it's too late. It's that moment of absolute uncertainty that scares me, because that is death. Wow. That is deep! Yeah, I know. My analyst told me. Hey, I got a question. If you go on this death coaster thing backwards, is that like being born? Sorry about that. Just a little existential coaster humor there for you. Well, I knew you wouldn't understand. No, I do understand. But I think you got the wrong metaphor going. See, a coaster isn't like death. It's like life. See, on this coaster we all go on the same ride. But it's how we interpret the ride that makes it and us different. If you're terrified of life, then the first hill scares the heebie-jeebies out of you. You go on through the ride, clutching on to the bar, hoping that the end of the ride is just coming up. It isn't fun, and neither is life. But you look down that first hill and you see it as an adventure, then the ride changes. Sure, it gets scary sometimes, but that's what makes it an adventure. You just let it carry you wherever it goes, because you can't get off. It's too late for that. And when the ride is over, you had a great time and you want to ride again. Hey, look at some people sometimes. The Uppies and the Downies. You can see them both, clear as day. Who enjoys life? What do you think? I can't believe you just said that. Why? Because that made sense. That makes all the sense in the world. And you said it. Hey, what can you do? You're right. I don't have to live my life in fear. I don't have to be afraid of everything. Duck! Plane? Satellite. But I don't have to be afraid on that first hill. I can enjoy it. There you go. So what if at this height we could plunge to our deaths? Right. This coaster might jump the tracks at any moment. Sure. We could end up smashed to a 1/4 inch of red and pink slime on the ground. But who cares? So say, we really are up here. That's all part of life. The not knowing. We could die at any time. We sure could. Say, is there any way to unlatch this bar thing? And there isn't really anything we can do about it. I think we're at the top. Does this thing look safe to you? We won't know till we get there. And I think we're here. Holy butt scratching! Here it is. The moment of truth. I'm alive! I'm alive! In my pants! And in my pants! Thank you.